Hello, my name is Tiffany Chang, and this is Conductor as CEO, where I take ideas from other industries and share how we can apply them as arts leaders. I imagine a world where leaders help people thrive, feeling more valued, seen, and fulfilled, while knowing that their work truly matters. Have you ever thought, I wish I could do something about this? Do you often question how we could do things differently, perhaps even better? Do you want to see change happen? And do you want to be an agent for that change? And if these ideas cross your mind, do you follow up these thoughts and desires with, it's not up to me, I'm not a leader. I'll wait for the time I actually become a leader, when, fill in the blank. That blank could be when I get a job with the right title, or when I achieve the status of being recognized, or when I'm old enough. I've personally filled in that blank with all those reasons and more. These were stories that I've told myself for years, and they prevented me from taking action. And I finally realized that they are really excuses that allowed me to procrastinate doing the hard things. And sometimes simply doing the hard things makes me a leader. It was really hard to see that. Because the main thing that held me back from being a leader was simply not having a title. The lack of a title made me second guess my thoughts and resist my drive to take action. I found myself in limbo, simply waiting. And I've waited most of my career for the when. I've waited for the job when, so that I can finally implement the changes I sought to make. I felt like my hands were tied until the opportunity to stand in front of an orchestra finally came my way. I also waited for the validation from the industry so that I know that my work and my ideas are valuable. I didn't feel safe to speak out and share my ideas because who am I? Why should anyone listen to me if I don't have a title? I was limited by this little thought of, I can only do it when I'm a leader by title. So I waited, and I regret waiting. And I decided that I needed to turn this around. In my journey of turning this around for myself, I learned that we can all be leaders regardless of our status and rank, and even without a title. It doesn't always have to be the glamorous kind of leadership. In fact, we don't usually feel the urge to change the world because we want fame and glory. We want to change the world because we know something can be better. And deep down, we believe we can do something about it. We must do something about it. So here are 4 practices that I've tried to help me overcome my tendency to wait until when. The first practice, find and solve interesting problems. The key here is interesting. When I allow myself to be naturally drawn to problems I find interesting, I start to see obvious patterns. It showed me what change I actually cared about, and recognizing that pattern was all the motivation that I needed. My second practice was to take initiative to do what needs to be done. When I don't see something being done, I go and do it. I cared about those things too much to just sit on the sidelines. I realized that many people want to do things, but it's a giant leap toward actually taking the action from just having the thought. I am certainly one of those people. And like everyone, I'm afraid that I won't do it well. Then I remind myself, nobody's good at doing things they've never done before. My third practice is to be trustworthy. Leading without a title can be so scary and initially unrewarding. It is so easy to stop because you don't see anybody else caring. So I have to deliberately frame my actions around trust. I tell myself that I must show up consistently to do this work so that others can count on me over time. They can count on my word, my commitment, and my integrity. And I have faith that over time, that trust compounds. And my fourth practice is to build community. First, I started with simply taking action to solve interesting problems. Then I began to invite people who are like-minded to be part of that conversation to consider solutions. And I realized that I unintentionally created space to allow those people who also had similar thoughts and desires to feel seen. The conversations that we would have are like none that I've ever had before. And I'd leave those conversations feeling invigorated and encouraged, and feeling like I belonged to a group of people who thought the same way and wanted the same things. So by practicing these 4 things consistently, I realized that I am indeed a leader. I don't need the title. And most importantly, I feel like a leader, and nobody can take that feeling away. I hope that these ideas resonate with you, and if they do, please consider signing up in the link below to receive an email with each new blog post sent directly to your inbox. Thank you, and have a great day.